Welcome to 91 Reasons, a pop culture fueled rocket into the far reaches of nerd culture. Featuring your hosts, Jeff, Rachel, Luna, Austin, and Josie. It's Tucker time.
So I took Luna and Josie to see The Jungle Book the other day. It's funny because we tried to see it opening weekend and it was completely sold out. So it's one of those things, you know. It's popular, and then you wait a little bit, and then we're the only ones in the theater. I think there was like maybe 6 or 7 people in the theater. We were at the Universal Studios City Walk, killing time while Rachel and Austin went to the Cure concert. So rather than just sit and stare at each other, I said I'll pay the money and let's go to the movies. I rarely pay full price for a movie. Like we went and saw Civil War. I had, coupons. For this one, not so much. I had, City Walk charges an arm and a leg to park, but if you see a movie, you get a little bit of a rebate back. So I got a little bit of a rebate back, and thank goodness it wasn't in 3D, so I didn't have to pay that 3D upcharge. You just, saw it flat, which is fine. I don't need to see it in 3D. But, the AMC at City Walk is completely tore up for construction. They've got it covered with walls, but I was just there for Back to the Future Day in October, and it was fine, and now they've got everything tore up. They're putting in, it looked to me like they were putting in those 4D, either 4D seats, which is where they throw water and crap at you, and the seat shakes back and forth, which I don't really need that. That seems so silly to me. But maybe they were putting in like the dining thing where you get a seat that reclines and a table, and they try to sell you really expensive food. I don't know. But here's the thing: like we got in there, thankfully, they didn't make us throw away our drinks, which is always a plus because it's so ridiculous to have a drink that you've just paid for. You got to throw it away to go into a movie theater to buy another drink. Like, it's so wasteful. And I get it. Like, that's where they make all their money. I totally get it. And it all depends on the veracity of the ticket taker, whether he's going to tell you to throw it away. A lot of times, as long as you're cool about it, they will let you go right in. Not a problem. I was at the Tyler AMC one time. I had just bought a Frappuccino, and I had taken him in time after time after time. Finally, I got a woman who says, "Oh, you can't bring that in." I said, I've never had a problem here before. Well, the rules are the rules. I said, if this was a big Coke, I get it. You guys don't sell these here. So it's not like I'm replacing a product that you already offer. You don't sell Frappuccinos. Well, you can't bring it in, sir. I said, is it like you think I've got vodka in here? Sir, you can't bring it in. So you know what I did? I'm cheap. You know that if you listen to this show. I took that Frappuccino. It was $5. I walked over to the trash can, and I drank the whole friggin' thing as fast as I could. I got a brain freeze headache. I got sick, but it was worth it because that woman watched me the whole time, and then I threw the empty cup away. And I didn't buy popcorn because normally if I have a Frappuccino, I like to have popcorn with it, and that's my movie snack for the whole thing, but I didn't buy anything. So throwing away the drink cost the company $7 or $8 in popcorn. Ridiculous. But yeah, they have rules. I get it. So we're at the City Walk one, and we go to get popcorn or something. We just had dinner, and this drives me crazy. I don't know about you guys. I get to the counter. There's 2 employees there having a conversation. One of them is working the register. I guess the other one is supposed to be shuttling the product back and forth, but he's just standing there. So the guy on the register is kind of helping the person up there, and, he meanders to get the popcorn. I'm like, oh my God, there's 2 of you here. Open another register. Stop talking. There's only about 5 of us in line. You guys could work hardcore for about 4 minutes, maybe, and get rid of us and then go back to your conversation. Oh, I don't get it. Any other place like McDonald's, I get it. There's chit-chat because you're there all day, but you know for a fact that the people in line are on a time limit. Like I'm watching the minutes tick by and I got to go get my seat. You know, I don't want to miss the preview commercials before the preview commercials. Oh my God, it's so frustrating. So finally I get it, you know. We get our popcorn. They're running some special on fake Whoppers, malted milk balls, buy one, get one free. So I bought that. And we go to get our seats. Another thing that drives me crazy, I don't get it. Like I said, there was about 10 people in the theater. When we got there, there was 7. We were 5, 6, and 7. So I saw where people were sitting. There were seats close to them, like on top, not on top of them, but like right next to them that would have been good, or right directly in front of them. But that's just rude when there's not that many people in a theater. There are etiquette rules to the movie theater. So I moved to the lower section, second row. We sit down, and I swear to God, this family comes in. They've got a little kid who's just been sugared up from going to the theme park. I know this because she's got a wand. She's about 4, and to her, the Harry Potter wand is not magical. It's just a stick, and she's banging it on everything. And they sat directly in front of me, directly in front of our family. The father sat in front of me, the mother sat in front of Josie, and the kid sat in front of Luna. And I thought, you gotta be kidding me. There's all these. I wanted to move, but like, let's just see if they keep their heads down, it's not a problem. Because you'll put up with people standing in front of you. If the theater's full and there's no option, I get it. This is the seats. But there's nobody there. Directly in front of me. Give me a break. The only worst sin would have been directly behind me. That's creepy. And I've actually called people on that. I've sat in a theater alone, had a guy sit right behind me, and I turned around and I said, "Are you kidding me, pal?" And I moved. I am not shy about that. That's just weird. I don't want some guy staring at the back of my head when there's 400 other seats. The other thing this guy did, and this is something we haven't addressed yet in the movie-going world. They got, how many commercials tell you to turn your phone off? Sometimes there's 3 of them. This guy had an Apple Watch that glowed brightly the whole movie. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. You don't realize that your wrist lights up like a like a lighthouse? You know, there were ships trying to dock at his seat. That's how bright it was. So, wait till you see it. Wait till you see it. I predict by fall or next spring, that commercial that says turn your phone off will include your smartwatch. Your stupid smartwatch that's attached to your phone. Why do we need this? We already have a computer in our pocket. But it's just too much effort to pull it out. Because a lot of people, I use mine for a watch. I don't wear a watch anymore. Smartphones replaced watches nearly 10 years ago. No, we need another status symbol. I need an iPhone and an iPhone watch connected to each other. I need to be fully connected to the internet and time and videos at all moments of the day. Even when I've paid full price to see a movie, I might miss something. What the heck? I told my wife this. I just hate modern culture. I hate modern life. Oh, God, I know I sound so old when I say it. But I see I see ear spacers and man buns and iPhone watches. Oh, and I just go, you got to be kidding me. All this crap and gear you have to wear. And, they love to sell it to you. I mean, it sounds like Ian Malcolm. You know, they're going to slap it on an iPhone watch. They're going to sell it. They're going to sell it. You know, you were so busy worried if you could do it, you didn't think if you should do it. And the iPhone watch said no. I mean, didn't even Steve Jobs say, no, we won't be doing a watch. No, we won't be doing that. Yet there he was right in front of me at the Jungle Book. So the movie finally starts. And, you know, I've talked about that AMC commercial. They updated it to different licenses. Last time it was all superheroes. This one, it was a mixture of superheroes and Harry Potter and a few other things. And I don't envy them having to come up with a safety spiel that has to remind you of people who walk into movie theaters and start blasting with guns. Because they have to tell you, if you see something strange or weird, i.e. a guy with a gun, get out of the theater as fast as you can and keep running. It actually says keep running. Do not just go out the door and stand there. It says keep running in case he is still blasting or the building is on fire or there's an earthquake. I know all that, but it really is about idiots, wackos. You know what? If you want to kill yourself, kill yourself. It is your right as a human to end your own life. But don't take anybody with you. That is not your right. If you want to jump off a building, make sure nobody's below you. You want to die by cop? Don't take some poor cop with you. Oh my God. And a lot of these guys, they do this, they open fire in places because they want to die. They don't want to survive. And when they do survive, they're shocked. And they're monsters. I mean, that guy who shot up the Colorado theater is a monster. And now they have to have commercials that skate around the edge. And that's, that's another awfulness of modern life. We didn't used to have these. When I was growing up, there was never a shooting in a movie theater. The first shootings in movie theaters were what? New Jack City? Juice? They were gang members fighting over gang movies. Now it's people who want to be famous, people who want to be infamous, people who want to die. Now we got a yo-yo commercial to tell us how to get the hell away. Thank you, commercial lady. If there's a gun, I know to duck, run, and get out with my children. But thank you. So we're going to see, all this to see Jungle Book. So we're going to see Jungle Book, and, oh God, the trailers were so bad. That Secret Life of Pets movie looks so bad. It's about what pets do when you leave for work. And that's an interesting premise for a movie, I guess. I mean, at least it's not anthropomorphized animals walking around, because that's the other thing that's the new thing, is everything's about talking, walking around. After Zootopia, not that they copied Zootopia, because I know these movies take years. But somebody gets a hint, Disney's making a movie about a city of animals. We should really think about having a movie about a city with animals. Oh, really? But this one at least sounded different. Like when you leave, what do pets do? Okay. But instead, as Luna pointed out, it's just Toy Story with pets. Because the woman gets a bigger, better dog, and the other one's jealous and gets it, thrown up, locked away or something, and then they have to save it to prove he's not a jerk. It's the same plot as Toy Story. I don't know. And then the trailer, oh God, the trailer, we didn't have to endure the Angry Birds one because that's playing, thank goodness. The only good thing about that movie opening is I don't got to sit through that trailer where they're drinking piss anymore. But this one, the bunny takes a crap during the trailer. He poops and then they start playing with it. I don't know who these movies are for. I don't know why this is a thing. I'm so sick of bodily functions as humor. We're so far, we're above that, folks. We can come up with better ways to entertain our children except piss and poop. I know kids love it, but leave it to somebody else. Leave it to somebody else. It wouldn't be me. If I was making movies, that wouldn't be me. I would have a meeting and I go, look, these things are off the table. And they go, really, sir? That we've got 17 movies in the pipeline having pooping and piss. Well, they're off the table. Take it out of the script. You can't edit an animated movie. Yes, you can. I just watched Waking Sleeping Beauty, and I discovered you can edit a movie, an animated movie. You just cut out the stuff you don't want and stitch it back together and make it work. Not that Black Cauldron was a masterpiece, but they did their best. Waking Sleeping Beauty was fantastic. You should check that movie out. It's a documentary about the Walt Disney Studios from 1984 to 1994, about them being on the brink of being sold off as scrap and actually creating a new dynasty, and animated films more popular than ever in the history of motion pictures before them. So we're watching Jungle Book. What other trailers were there? The only good one was that Harry Potter spinoff, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which looks pretty. Finally, they got a trailer that looks really good. It just looks funny. It looks like a real different kind of movie. That's saying something, right? It looks different. It's in the Harry Potter universe, but it looks different. So I'm all about that. That sounds great. I'll go see that. But it was a string of forgettable, awful cartoons. Nothing stuck out to me. Nothing like, wow, oh my gosh, nothing like that. And then Jungle Book opens, and they open with a really nice variation on the Disney castle. We're so used to seeing it trying to be photoreal. This one instead was done animated style with almost Disneyland behind it. So I thought that was pretty good. The movie's okay. Here's the thing. I may spoil the movie, so if you don't want Jungle Book spoiled, put this episode back in your queue and catch up to it after you've seen the Jungle Book, if you care. But here's the thing. I looked at Disney's roster, and I've got my computer here, and you'll find out why I've got it. But I'm gonna bring up Dark Horizons, which I should have done before the show started, but I didn't realize I was going to get to this part of the talk here. World of Warcraft's going to bomb. We knew that, folks. That's no shock at all. But Disney's put in motion the a live action version of The Little Mermaid, which is interesting because I know Universal's beat them to the punch. They've cast Chloe Moretz, who played Hit Girl, among many other parts. They've cast her as their era because the Hans Christian Andersen tale is public domain. They don't need anybody's permission to make a Little Mermaid movie if they follow the Little Mermaid story and not the Disneyfied version, because the other one's completely different. I think she dies at the end, even. Like, it's not all champagne and roses here. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it on the fly here. But it had a whole list of what Disney had on tap for their live action movie. And it was really, oh my gosh, like a lot of movies. They're going to basically reboot anything that is recognizable from their lexicon of films. Here it is. So, check this out. Of course, they've got opening this weekend Alice Through the Looking Glass, which is a sequel to their live-action Alice in Wonderland. Pete's Dragon later this summer. We knew that was coming. Boy, does that look like a stinker. And then next spring, Beauty and the Beast. The trailer just showed up online for that. The Jungle Book 2, and I'll get to why that's a thing. Cruella, which is obviously a live-action version of 101 Dalmatians. Didn't they already do that? Twice? With John Hughes? Well, you got to do it again. Maleficent 2, that's a no-brainer. We knew that was coming. Tim Burton's directing the live-action Dumbo. Why we need that, I don't know. And then coming up, these ones I didn't know about. Live-action Mulan, a live-action Winnie the Pooh, Pinocchio, Night on Bald Mountain, The Sword and the Stone, and two separate movies, Tinkerbell and Peter Pan, and finally something called Genies, which is obviously, I would imagine, a Aladdin prequel. I'm guessing it's a prequel. But here's the thing, folks. You look at the one that got me is the Beauty and the Beast trailer, because it's shot for shot a remake of the cartoon Beauty and the Beast trailer that debuted early 90s. And the question is, can we really call these things live action remakes of their animated tales? Because I watched Jungle Book, and other than Mowgli himself, there's nothing live action about any of it. It is another tool of animation. These are animated movies. They are highly detailed animated movies. So I don't understand why they're making them. I guess they make money and people feel like, well, it's totally different because it's live action. Well, really, I mean, Baloo as an animated bear and Baloo as a computer-generated animated bear is still an animated bear. Oh, it's photoreal. I know, but it's still a cartoon. You know, if you've seen the way they made the Jungle Book was filmed entirely in Los Angeles on a soundstage. Those beautiful, lush vistas don't exist. None of it's real. Everything is fake. And you know what? I'm getting tired of fake movies. There's something to be said about going on location and seeing real people in real locations, real locales, enduring real emotions and temperatures to make a real movie. And I know I sound old, and I know Star Wars attempted this, but this, like Maleficent, here's the thing. These big stars, and there were no big stars in Jungle Book. The kid's the only thing in the movie that they're filming. Everybody else showed up a couple days to a recording studio and recorded their dialogue. But like Angelina Jolie in Maleficent, she must have been, loved it because she's going to make this big, sprawling sword and sorcery movie, on Cahuenga, in a warehouse. She doesn't have to go anywhere but from the hotel to the warehouse because it's all green screen. And I know that we're training a whole generation of actors to live and breathe on the green screen, but it's going to take a while until we fully believe that they're in these environments. It just is. It never really, your eye just knows that none of it's real. I know you watch Jungle Book. I know there's no such thing as a talking bear or a talking snake. I get all that. That's the suspension of disbelief. It's the same way I know that a guy can't go back in time driving a DeLorean. But there's a world of difference between Michael J. Fox really driving a DeLorean and the kid in the Jungle Book riding a big green pillow that's someday going to be transformed into Baloo. It's totally different. I think what it does is it takes some of the suspense and the menace out of the movie, because this movie is about menace and suspense. Mowgli is hunted by Shere Khan. That's the plot of the movie. King Louis wants to, keep him forever. So we really need to feel the danger. And that being said, I will give huge bow down props to Idris Elba for owning the movie as Shere Khan. Ben Kingsley did okay as Bagheera. Bill Murray is Bill Murray as Baloo. He's great. I'm wearing a Bill Murray shirt as I sit here. But Idris Elba was the only one truly taking it seriously. Like, his subtle nuances and the fact that the microphone picked them all up and the animators were able to convey that to the giant tiger that he is was really remarkable. But that, it was still just a cartoon. Nothing's real. The other thing that Jungle Book was interesting about Jungle Book was the passage of time. Go see this movie and tell me if I'm wrong, because it opens with Mowgli and there's a little wolf pup named Gray. And then they show like the passage of time, like, the season. Ben Kingsley goes, the seasons changed and the leaves fell and the rain stopped coming. And the fact that there's no rain is the major plot of the movie, because during the drought, there's a freeze on hunting. So, through all that, Gray is still like a little tiny puppy. And the only reason this is a factor is they actually mention in the film how Mowgli grows at a much slower rate than the other animals. Like, that's part of the plot. So it's interesting that they follow it with Mowgli, but not the other characters. So I don't know. Maybe, again, people go, well, Jeff, you're reading too much into it. It's a children's film. Well, even children deserve good movies. Just because children are children doesn't mean they deserve schlock. Some of the best movies ever made were children's movies that treated children as people of intelligence. A dumb kids movie is not going to last. Can you think of one stupid kids movie that is like, oh, I got to watch that? There aren't any. The ones that last have heart and intelligence and treat the viewer, no matter the age, with respect for the story and the rules of the universe. There's a reason that I don't see people. The Minions things are fleeting. They get all excited about the Minions and they go away. Other than memes, they go away because they're not good movies, because they don't treat the viewer with respect. They're not here to tell a story. They're here to make money. There's a big difference. And no slight, I'm sure those movies take a long time to make, but even the filmmakers have to admit, Minions 2 only exists because of the cash register. Or Minions. There's not Minions 2. There will be. Of course there will be. And every time in a kid's movie somebody bathes in urine or craps on screen, the movie gods are upset. And the movies don't last. There's a reason that the animated Charlotte's Web is still on shelves 30 years or 40 years after it was created. There's a reason Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, starring Gene Wilder, is still available in Target. Spirited Away. Movies that don't talk down to kids. Movies that say, we're going to take you on an amazing journey, and it's never once going to veer into stupidity. And I've always said stupidity and schlock have their place, but their place is fleeting. So, at the end of Jungle Book, and this is the spoiler territory, folks, if you've hung on this long, the story of Jungle Book, if I'm getting it right, Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book, who also wrote Rikki Tikki Tavi, that I really loved as a kid, about the mongoose and the cobras, by Chuck Jones, the animator. But the message of Jungle Book is growing up and becoming a man. The whole reason Mowgli is in danger is because he is no longer a child. He is shown, and the way they do it in the new one, he is shown at the watering hole using tools. Tools are the hallmark of man. Very few animals, and there are some, but very few animals know how to use a tool to make their lives easier. Man is the chief purveyor of that. And when he is shown doing that at the water hole, that's it. Shere Khan says he's not a boy anymore. He's a man, and man kills us, so we're going to kill him. That's their words, not mine. And the way that Mowgli grows up is he leaves behind his jungle friends and becomes a man. And the shortcut to that in the animated version, and I'm sure it's the same way in the book, is he sees a girl for the first time, and his manliness is awakened, and he follows her into the man village. That's the story. That's the animated version. I'm sure it's the book version. In this movie version, Mowgli does not go to the village. No, he defeats Shere Khan using his man tricks, his tools. And at the end, him and the animals are just staring at the sunset, waiting for their next adventure. What? Oh, that's why there's a Jungle Book 2. Are you kidding me? You're kidding me. The Jungle Book is the story of a boy becoming a man, facing his fear, facing the trials and tribulations of adulthood in the form of a tiger. The tiger is, Shere Khan is adulthood stalking him the whole time, forcing him to grow the F up. That's the story. It's an allegory, folks. It's an analogy. So if you don't have Mowgli, if Mowgli ends up at the end of the movie resting on Baloo's chest going, well, the bare necessities, that's what No, that's not the story. An ending like that can only mean one thing: cash register. Money, 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 money. And that makes me ill because kids then don't get the message. Even subliminally, as a kid, we got the message of Jungle Book. He goes through these adventures, and then he leaves his past behind to become a man. That's the story. The difference in this version is that man is shown to be the enemy of the animals all the way through. His fire is destructive. And they're like, the only way the fire enters the jungle is through man. I don't know. What about lightning? Lightning causes a lot of fires, especially after a drought. So, the message of the movie, there's a weird not conservation, but ecology, evils of man message, which is weird in a movie where the main character's a boy trying desperately to become a man. Oh, you don't want to, if you grow up, Mowgli, you'll be evil. Oh, thank you, Bagheera. You're an evil man now, Mowgli, so please go into the man village. Thank you, Bagheera. Are you kidding me? Douche Bagheera, thank you. Very strange. I like the movie, but the ending frankly shocked me. They redeemed it at the end by showing really good musical numbers through the credits, but I just felt kind of like, wow, we didn't get the message. So here's the question, and you answer it by yelling at the device that you're listening on. You yell it. Do we want to tell good stories or make money? And can we do both? I'd like to think we can do both, but if every single movie that comes out now wants to be part of a bigger cinematic universe or the F word franchise, do we sacrifice the endings of these movies for that? Do we say it's okay for Mowgli not to become a man and fulfill his destiny because we want to get a couple more adventures out of him? That's not how you make movies. That's how you make money. And I know that movies are made to make money, but give me a break. Oh my God. I mean, do we want, at the end of Schindler's List, Schindler comes across another concentration camp on the way out and he's like, hold on, stop the car. I'm going to help these people. And he looks at the camera and it's like, and then we go, Schindler will return. No, tell good stories. Finished stories. In Return of the Jedi, Luke sees Yoda, Ben, and Anakin as ghosts. The tale has finished. He has redeemed his father, he has saved the universe, and the story is over. There was no intention to make more movies, no matter what Lucas said. The Force Awakens is commerce. I don't mind it because I like Luke Skywalker and I'd like to see more adventures. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Especially with all of those movies on tap, all these quote-unquote live action movies. And how are they going to handle the genie? Are they going to hire somebody else to be the genie? Some other wise-cracking comedian? Will Kevin Hart be the genie as a young man? We'll see how the genie became about, and at the end, he'll get locked away in the lamp, and thrown into the Cave of Wonders, and then we'll set it up for the next movie after that, the Aladdin live action, because now we've seen how the genie got in there. Give me a break. I suggested, because you know that eventually they're going to make a live action Aladdin. I said, just take Robin Williams' soundtrack from the film and animate over it. The live action genie. It's fine. We'll all buy it. We'll all go see it in droves, and we'll leave in tears. It'll be the ultimate tribute to his performance as the genie. In an all-new form. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to get a sound alike. You don't have to get whoever is the hot comedian of the time. I mean, do we want Will Ferrell as the genie? Or Kevin Hart? Or Dave Chappelle? I don't know. Who is it? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know, but they're going to make it. It's inevitable. And here we are. So, anywho. So, I wanted to talk about, I didn't mean to talk about Jungle Book for a half hour. I apologize. But I wanted to talk about and thank a bunch of people on this episode. The Patreon page we have for 91 Reasons continues to do well. I'm just so humbled and in awe of all of the support that 91 Reasons has gotten for the 2 years. We've almost been around 2 years, if you can believe that. In July, it'll be 2 years, which is completely astounding to me. I remember when I first started the show, I was like, man, I wonder what it'll feel like to have like 50 episodes. And now that we're over 200, I'm like, oh my God. And, some of them are short little Loot Crate episodes, but they're still, things that we've shared with everybody. So it's really cool. And the people that we've met. We went to Vegas last week for an overnight trip, hung out with Jeremy and his wife. at one of the seedy casinos down because they had a Dunkin' Donuts. We just chatted for like 45 minutes. It was great. So I am humbled and honored by the people who support the show in the way they can, either by donating or sharing links. Everybody's a part of 91 Reasons. It is a show raised by a village, truly. But on the Patreon page, I want to thank Hindle and Michael for their continued support of the show. They've given, so much money to the show. It's astounding. I just can't believe it. I've done a lot of movie reviews for these guys. Had them on the show. I think it's great. I tried to get Michael on the show. He's a little shy, but that's okay. He's sat there while we did like a 90-minute show with Rick West. Poor guy got a parking ticket doing it. I apologize for that. I had just moved here and did not know what day street sweeping was. But there are other people who support us on Patreon. We have Hindle and Michael, and then Tim Wilson and Mike and Jeremy and David Carrero and Vanessa Roman, people who give out of their pocketbook to help us do the show, which is just so amazing. The show does cost money. It's not free. I have to host it somewhere. I buy these loot crates and then, I sell them or I give them as gifts. Everything costs money. So, lower on the scale, but not any lower in our hearts. Matthew, Colleen and Rustlin, good friends of ours. Sean Marshall from Parks and Cons. Thank you, Sean and his wife, Carmel, and David Markland from Midsummer Scream. Last summer, I spent a whole day running around with a Jurassic Park puppet, helping to promote David's event. Hopefully we'll be back at Midsummer Scream. Haven't gotten the call yet, but you never know. I will be there to represent not Scary Farm, but as far as the other, I have no idea. John Eastless, Patrick Wisniewski, who loves to support the show and sometimes makes me review terrible movies. We love it. Kristen Boaz, who I used to work with at Knott's Berry Farm, and Robbie from Q11 TV. All great people, all helping the show out monetarily, which is, salute. I've got my iced coffee here. It's an iced coffee, folks. I gave up Frappuccinos. I've not had a Frappuccino in 8 days. 9 days. I am on the wagon, as it were. It's so difficult. So very difficult. I want a Frappuccino, like I crave them at night. But I'm not doing it. I'm trying to lose a little weight. And I think if I take out the milkshake that I was drinking every day, I probably might lose some weight, just as in spite. So thank you for that. Also, if you listen to the show, you know that I started a GoFundMe page to try to get some cartoons made of Don Berg. Like, this is just crazy. This was Robbie's idea from Q11 TV. He's uber talented, and he's actually made cartoons in the past. He made a parody of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a cartoon. It's really funny stuff. So who better than to shepherd that? So we're trying to get to 500. We're almost there. Once we hit 500, I will pay off the animator, who will then take our script and turn it into a cartoon, and we'll have a Berg cartoon, and the great experiment is on to see if that's a thing. I think it's a great idea. The character designs are hysterical. And to that end, we've got people who have donated, and one of the perks of donating was that Don Berg would thank you himself on the show. So I've got Don here. Come over here, Don. Oh. Don, thanks for coming. I know it's early in the morning for you. Oh yeah, I like to get up early. So you get up early every day? Oh yeah, about 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, if you get up at 5, what time you go to bed? About 2 o'clock. So you get 3 hours of sleep? Oh yeah, I'm not a light sleeper. Well, that's gonna kill you. No, look at me, I'm still alive. No, yes, you are still alive. You are still alive and haunting all of us. It's amazing that you're still here. Oh, yeah, I'm not going anywhere, Jeffrey. That's good to know, Don. I'm going to outlast you. Wow. You're going to outlast me? Oh, yeah. Well, unless I get hit by a bus, I don't know how accurate that's going to be. Well, you'll just keep thinking that, punk. And I'm going to be here longer than you. Okay, well, You've proven me wrong so far, so we're trying to make a cartoon of you. A cartoon of me? Yeah, what's a cartoon? Like a cartoon, like Mickey Mouse, like Popeye. Oh, gonna be like I'm gonna eat the spinach. No, you're not gonna be like Popeye, cause I got the tattoos. Don, you got the tattoos, Don. When I say Popeye, it's like just as a cartoon. Oh yeah, then your mother's gonna be olive oil. No, mom's not. I don't think mom's gonna be in the cartoon. It's just you and me. Oh yeah, and maybe Yacky Bird. Oh Yacky Bird. Hello Yacky Bird. The bird's not gonna talk. The bird's not even here. I know that. I'm just like giving you a warning. The bird's not here. Don't you warn me, punk. Don, can we move past this and just have you thank the people who donated to making the cartoon to bring you to life? Well, if that's what you want to do. Well, that's what I want to do. All right. So, who is it? Well, first is Patrick Winooski. He donated some money. Patrick Winooski? Yeah, Patrick. Well, I don't know him. I know you don't know him, Don. But he's supporting the show. Oh, whatever. Patrick Winooski supported the show. And Jeremy Lorman. Jeremy what? Lorman. What? Lorman. What? Lorman. Jeremy Lorman. Oh, yeah, Jeremy Lorman, the guy from Las Vegas. How do you know that? Oh, I was in Las Vegas with you. You were? Yeah, those are the Dunkin' Donuts. You had a Dunkin' Donut? Ah! And I had a coffee. I like to drink the coffee. I told you you're going to pay for it. I'm going to pay for it? I didn't even see you there. Oh, I was there. I was out there. I joined the Players Club at the Golden Nugget. You joined the Players Club at the Golden Nugget. Oh, yeah. Don, you're so full of crap. Don't say that about me. Just, can you continue? We've got Patrick and Jeremy. And Jeremy's donated multiple times. Well, yeah, he's just throwing his money away. Why would you insult the guy? The guy's trying to help us out and you're insulting him. Well, I don't know. Seems like a crazy thing to do, make a cartoon. Who's going to watch a cartoon? A lot of people want to watch a cartoon of you. Because you're like a cartoon character. Yeah, whatever. Oh. Don, you're mumbling now. Carl Smith? Carl Smith. It's like the most common name in the world. Carl Smith. Yeah, Carl Smith donated to the fund. Carl Smith, huh? Well, thanks to Carl Smith for making a cartoon. We haven't made it yet, but thanks to people like Carl, we will. Well, that's just great. And then Jeremy donated again, multiple times. Oh, yeah. Good old Jeremy, that's right. Who else? Well, there's some other people. Michael Dykier? Michael what? Don, you make me say it again, aren't you? Yeah, go ahead, Jeffrey. Dykier. Michael Dykier. Michael Dykier. He donated quite a bit. Well, good for him. Money could have spent on something else. He's trying to help us make a cartoon. Oh, whatever. And John Dario, he's a good guy. He loves to talk about Berg. I mean, he loves to talk about you and the show. He's a good guy. Dario. Yeah, we just call him Dario. Dario. Why do you keep repeating me? Because I'm trying to figure out what the hell you're trying to say. I'm trying to say it's John Dario. Dario. Yeah, Dario. Oh, my God. Just say it. Thank you to John Dario. That make you happy? Yeah, that makes me very happy. Thank you. He donated a lot. He was the first one to donate. Oh, John Dario's the first one to donate. Why are you making fun of the guy? Oh, because you're making fun. I didn't make fun of him, Don. You're the one with the voice. Oh, yeah? You're the one doing it, Don. No, you're the one doing it because you're doing both voices. Now, how do you know that? Because I'm you. Oh, you're me now, huh? That's right. Oh, I'm gonna do Jeffrey's voice. Hold on. Oh, my name is Jeffrey. So you're Don doing me now. I'm doing a podcast. I'm so talented. Everybody wants to listen to me. Oh, Don, what? Now you're making fun of me? I'm making fun of you, and you're making fun of me. So it's you, me making fun of you, making fun of me. It's like Inception of idiocy. Well, you're the one doing it. No, you're the one doing it. Oh, look at me. I'm Jeffrey. I'm trying to write a book. You're going to make fun of my books? How can you make that's a noble thing to write a book? Oh, I'm so talented. Everybody loves me. Don, that's not nice at all. I'm gonna ask you to leave. Oh, Jeffrey's gonna make me leave the room. Oh my God, folks, you see what I'm up against here? My own id is making fun of me now. My demons have emerged. Well, I think I got everybody. Thank you so much to anybody who donated on the GoFundMe page. I'm on here doing all these stupid voices, trying to do it. I'm gonna do it again. 11 to 20. Dario. I think I got everybody. Oh, Tim Wilson. Tim Wilson donated. Oh, Tim. You say who every time. Just read the name. Tim Wilson. Yeah, Tim Wilson. Thanks a lot, Tim Wilson. No, you don't have to say it like that. Be genuine. Oh, thank you to Tom Wilson. And Rob Alvey. Rob Alvey donated money from Theme Park Review. Oh, he took time out for going on a roller coaster to donate to the show. He doesn't just go on roller coasters. He does a lot of good work. And we sent him a time box even. Oh, gotta send him a box of junk. That you're one to talk about collecting junk, Berg. List of my junk is good, y'all. Stop. You know what? I don't want you talking about your junk. Oh, this is Jeffrey. I don't want to talk about this junk. Now you're doing me again. Stop. Jeremy Lorman says, squeeze those lemons. Yeah, you better squeeze those lemons for your mother. Your mother wants those lemons squeezed right now. Just look how angry you get. Like in a second, you just go from talking to me to rage. I want you to squeeze those lemons now. Boy, that's like a James Bond villain. Oh, look at me, Jeffrey. It's me, Don Berg, the author of all your pain. Oh, thank you. Now you're making fun of Spectre. So, all right, I'm going to ask Don to leave. Oh, I'm going to ask Don to leave. Now, that's not me. I don't sound anything like that. Oh, Jeffrey wants me to go. I'm going to leave right now. Don, the door is there. It's time to go. I've had enough. Thank you to everybody who supports the show. I couldn't imagine doing this without you. There's people behind the scenes like the Wes who help out in amazing ways. Just everybody has banded together to keep this show going, and it's great. We're over 200 episodes. We're almost to 2 years. It's fantastic. I'm going to try to book some more live appearances if you want to come out and hang out. So look for those soon. I'm going to sign off here and say a massive thank you. Don, say thank you to everybody. No, you asked me to leave. I just come back and say thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody for the big show. Oh, Jeffrey's big stupid show. That's great, Don. So now you're going to go somewhere and tell everybody how great the show is. Yeah, that's what I do. I brag about you when you're not around. Thank you. So thanks for checking us out. What follows now is we got a nerd block. We got a nerd block last night. So we're going to segue right into the nerd block episode right here. Thanks again. The nerd block. That's where you live, on the nerd block. Thank you, Don. My name is Jeffrey. I live on the nerd block. Oh, thank you, Don. Thank you. Hey, Austin. Yeah. Have you ever seen a chicken strip? It's hot. You never seen a chicken strip? Have you ever seen the kitchen sink? Hey, everybody. It's 91 Reasons. Open the show, Austin.
Hey, welcome to another special mini episode of 91 Reasons.
Yeah.
And the Loot Crate has not come. This is not a Loot Crate.
No, we did Loot Crate last week. It sucked.
No, it didn't. Loot Crate sucked, but the episode was great.
No, the episode was good, but the
Shark Turkey Penguin.
The episode was good despite the Loot Crate being so
Luke's gonna eat
out of our element.
Dinner.
Yeah. Boy, listen up, folks. You were here for a special treat. The Tuckers are sitting here. One's eating dinner. One's rushing off to do some sort of online espionage, and Rachel's still talking about Shark Turkey Penguin. So.
And Josie's in the bedroom recording her own YouTube video that she says is going to be the next huge success, so she can't be interrupted. She's
viral video Josie.
Yeah.
So we got a nerd block.
We got a nerd block, yes. I shelled out the $30.
Christ.
It's $20 plus shipping.
I'd rather have candy.
So, but the theme was Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, and 16 candles.
Ah.
So it was worth the shot. Plus, they said they would send me a free welcome shirt of my genre choice. And they sent that 2 weeks ago, and it has not arrived. I emailed them. I said, look, you sent me a tracking number and everything, and it hasn't moved from its start location. And they said, we're going to get back to you. So we're going to knock this thing down a peg already because the welcome shirt, which is part of the reason why you sign up for this thing, has never arrived. So, Nerd Block, you got to get on the stick, man, if you want people to sign up and continue to pay $30 a month. These crates, as you can see, are a little bigger than Loot Crate. Did you get a knife to stab somebody?
No, Luke, watch him try to eat this steak. It's way too big without a knife.
It's riveting for the show. Riveting.
Can we just open the Nerd Crate already?
Yes, we're going to open the Nerd Crate. Okay. We're opening the Nerd Crate.
No. One at a time.
One at a time.
One at a time.
There is a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man plush.
What does that look on his face?
It's a little dorky.
Yeah.
He looks like a claw machine toy.
Yeah, what's wrong with his face?
What's wrong with his face? I don't know.
That looks really bad.
I don't know. It's cute, I guess. That's the Ghostbuster part of it.
Well, the quality's good. That was not $30 if you ask me.
Well,
There's more.
That better be a lot more.
All right. There is a Rick and Morty shirt. Who likes Rick and Morty?
Me.
Looks like Doc Brown to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's supposed to be. They just changed it for copyright reasons.
Great.
The original pilot was a Back to the Future spoof.
All right, well, that's
your Back to the Future item.
That's a $20 item right there at a con. There is a
the mug.
Iron Man mug.
The mug.
They use the biggest mug slot. Takes up over half the crate, complete waste.
Ceramic molded mug, Iron Man.
That'd be a gift to someone.
Okay. There is a 16 candles Samantha Baker pop vinyl. So we know that's $10.
Nice. It's $10 to $12.
Yeah, so Rachel gets that. That's for her.
I do?
Yeah. What's this over here? What is that?
I don't know.
There's something in it.
Something in it?
Let me see.
A string or something.
Looks like it just got packaged wrong.
There's a string or something in it, folks.
That is a weird packaging. I don't
Right?
understand.
Let's open it and see.
Go ahead.
Finding out what the string is. Super thrilling.
A piece of string.
Oh, it's plastic wrap. It's just leftover plastic wrap. How weird.
Well, that looks ugly. I don't want to display like that.
Well, you can fix it.
She'll have to be an out-of-the-box pop vinyl.
It's assemble it yourself kind of thing.
Whatever in here better be the greatest thing ever.
Because so far you're not impressed.
You're missing Back to the Future.
This is not. There's no Back to the Future, and this is not worth the value
Rick and Morty
at all.
counts.
All right, there is Etch-a-Sketch Post-its. That's cute.
They're not really.
It's a fun little thing.
It's complete waste to throw
Oh,
away.
they're cute.
Your mom likes them.
I think they're cute.
Okay, and there is a Back to the Future out-of-time pin.
Oh,
So
button.
that's the Back to the Future.
That's the Back to the
They were
Future.
counting Rick and Morty.
They were counting Rick and Morty as Back to the Future. That's the saddest thing I've ever seen. Rick and Morty's like a debauchery
And
of Back to the
there's
Future.
coupons.
Ads.
Ooh. This June, Nerd Block will have a paranormal exclusive from Ghostbusters, Harry Potter, and Goonies.
Yeah, don't fall for the licenses, buddy.
It's $30, man.
Good licenses.
Exclusive Marshmallow Man plush.
That looks retarded.
Yep.
Whatever Monster Factory is, that's why it looks that way.
Yeah, there's a line that goes
It's
with
their
it. It's a
line,
collector's
yeah.
piece.
Rick and Morty shirt, either a Captain America or Iron Man mug. You get one of three. You could have got Jake Ryan or Long Duck Dong, so you got the one you wanted. You got Molly Ringwald.
How do you know that's the one I wanted?
Which one you want?
Long Duck Dong.
I would have liked them all.
You want Long Duck Dong? What's happening? The hot stuff.
Her the most.
And the out of time pin.
What is this?
Wait, this is a online boxing service with food. And you get $35 off your first box.
How much is that box?
Woohoo!
The box gave us an ad for another box.
It's an Inception box. Box within a box within a box.
Well,
Josie's here.
I think this might be the most disappointing crate we've ever gotten.
That's not true. I like the pin.
I
It's
like
a
the pop
pin.
vinyl.
I'll wear the
okay.
shirt.
And I like the plush. I like Stay Puft.
I give this a 1 out of 10.
Jesus.
You're never happy.
You're never happy.
No, because I think sometimes they have a good value and the license is interested.
You know what I'm going to do?
This is not a good value.
I'm going to get the box before he gets home and replace it with just stuff he loves and see what he does.
You're like the next Loot Crate.
Yes,
the next Loot Crate?
It's dystopian, and it's going to have a few 80s RoboCop Terminator.
Oh, it's for Bioshock.
But it's also going to have Bioshock and Fallout.
That's something you like?
I've never played a Fallout game in my life.
So,
But I like Bioshock.
is this $30 worth of stuff?
Oh, you did.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Is it $30 we would have spent?
No.
Probably not.
That's the issue.
I wouldn't have bought the shirt. I wouldn't have bought the sticky notes. I wouldn't have bought them. I'd buy the plush for about $4. I'd buy the pin for about $10 because it's about equal to the Goonies pin I bought.
Yeah. But, like, looking at just, Mom would probably eventually have bought that pop vinyl.
Yeah.
And I would have probably owned that shirt at some point. And Hot Topic prices, you're at $30 already.
Yeah, so
that's a $20
it's
shirt
not a
and
bad,
a $12 pop.
And with the other shirt we're supposed to get, it's a really good deal. So, what do you give it out of 10, Luna?
6 or 7.
6 or 7. Josie?
I wasn't here.
She wasn't here. What do you give Luke's dinner out of 10? Rachel?
6.
6. Wow.
Realistically, I've made a non-joke conclusion. I give it a 3.
It had a lot of good licenses and it's worth the money, but it was missing what Loot Crate has every time, which is one piece that stands out as something specially exclusive. Which, if you're not a fan of that doll line already, you don't really get.
Yeah, I don't. Why doesn't he have a mouth? It's just sort of he looks like a Muppet or something. But there you go. We're the idiots. We keep buying these stupid crates and boxes, but we get episodes out of them, so it's at least content for the show.
And we always get gifts for our gift box.
Gifts for our gift box. Rachel, why don't you tell what we gave today out of Loot Crate?
Josie's teacher got a goodbye last day of school present, and we gave the bow tie that was with Game of Thrones, right?
No, it was just Dungeons & Dragons.
Oh, Dungeons & Dragons.
It had a dragon and a 20-sided die.
Our
we actually wore that
teacher
today.
loved it.
He put it on, right?
Yeah, he put it on and he wore it for the rest.
So there you go. So we spread the joy with these crates, and that's what we do. So also, when you get back to your, what are you doing online that's so important?
It's a long story. I don't really want to explain it publicly.
He told me he was cracking the case.
Yeah.
I heard he was in a staff meeting.
Yeah, I heard you were.
You said you were in an online staff meeting.
Yep.
It's something to do with a Gary sponsor who I'm part of.
Yeah, okay.
I think there should be a shark box.
A shark box.
I think there should be a YouTuber box.
Well, next
that'll
month,
probably come for you.
next month, Loot Crate is doing a Ghostbusters box. The Alien box sold out, and they're up to 2 months worth of Firefly crates that have sold out. So
Is anyone else
Disney boxes?
Is anyone else tired of Ghostbusters?
the movie's coming, dude. It's a big thing.
Disney.
I guess.
It won't be.
Disney has done them, but they sell out immediately, and they're worth hundreds of dollars.
Yeah,
So.
they need to do it wide range, easy to get. Everybody get.
Paisley Park did a Prince box, just one.
Yeah.
They walked out and handed everybody a box of goodies. All right, well, we're going to sign off on this mini episode. We've gotten so many of these boxes. I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe we'll get some more, maybe we won't. I don't know. Keep trying them out.
I vote for the Japanese lifestyle
Yeah.
box.
Japanese
but no one's
lifestyle.
ever going to listen
I
to
vote
me.
for the Japanese candy one.
Me too.
No, not
Japanese candy.
Japanese candy. You eat candy and it's gone, and there's nothing rewarding from the box.
It's in my belly. That's the
Yeah.
reward.
And then you got to use the restroom. What's the fun in that? I vote no on the Japanese candy box.
I vote yes.
I vote yes on the Japanese
I
lifestyle.
vote no on Austin.
I vote no on this
I
entire
think we
box.
should do
No
a
one
makeup box.
I'll make a
I
box,
think they
yeah.
need to make a
They
Josie
do
box.
that.
I'd like to see a video game box that isn't Microsoft forking money over companies to give us the dumb stuff.
Makeup or shark?
I want a Minecraft box.
Yeah, a Minecraft
YouTuber
box.
box.
YouTube. What's a YouTuber box?
There's a lot of
Yeah.
YouTube Red.
I'll be
Picture
honest-
of Greg Benson.
I'll be honest, a lot of the older Loot Crates had a lot of Minecraft in it.
Yeah, they had that license for a while. So, all right. Well, thanks for tuning in.
Time for cake.
We're gonna have cake now. So,
Austin wasn't kidding about the cake.
no, there's cake.
Okay.
It came in the cake box.
It has a mouse. What are you
The
talking
cake
about?
crate.
It's frowning.
Yeah, it's frowning. Okay, let's do the round table. I'm Jeff,
Rachel.
Luna.
Josie.
Awesome.
and I think I've counted up how many of these boxes we've bought. It's 91 reasons.
Yay!
Thanks for listening. By Gramthar's Hammer. We'll be back with another episode. Live long and prosper. May the force be with you. So say we all. Hey, hey, hey.